Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, sexualities, and identities, and welcome back to another comic book review. And today's comic book review is none other than Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. So, without further ado, let's not beat around the bush and let's get right into it. It's just an ordinary day in the MCU when all of a sudden, Deadpool goes rogue and he begins killing off each and every superhero he can catch. The story progresses. They try to appeal to Deadpool's better nature, but after being brainwashed in an asylum where everyone called him crazy, Deadpool is reluctant to even help himself. Charles Xavier tries to reach out and explain what's happened, but in doing so, he still even himself gets killed at the hands of Deadpool. Deadpool is on the verge of suicide. He knows he doesn't want to live, and he knows that even though he's destroying all these superheroes, it's all down to one thing. All because they didn't see him as a human being, as someone who's broken, as someone who is going through as much tragedy as anyone else in the world. And this is what motivates him to keep doing the job he's been instructed to do. He begins killing off Cap, Iron Man, Spider-Man, and so many more. The irony behind all of this is the fact that all the heroes had done this to him. They had all not listened to him when he said that he was not feeling very good, when he was feeling very down. They didn't show him any compassion, and so in turn, Deadpool just repays the favour in this comic book. The comic book ends on a bit of a cliffhanger hiatus in which Deadpool finally defeats all of the superheroes. But does he feel good in himself? Not really, but he feels a little bit of weight lift. He feels like he's finished the job he knows he was meant for, but not because he likes doing it. So what did I think of Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe? Well, I heard a lot of people go on about this comic book for a very long time, and personally myself, even though I still own a copy of this comic book, I'm not being funny, it's not my biggest favourite. I do like the fact, though, that Deadpool outwits all the superheroes. I like that in the beginning of the comic book, because of people's biggest favourites of superheroes, you'd naturally assume that, yes, Deadpool has all that healing factor, but you wouldn't believe he could take them all down. And the fact that in this comic book he just proves he can, proves in a way that it doesn't mean you have to have super flight, super speed, super strength. You can always be taken down. Definitely not the worst comic book I've read, because I've read a lot now. But I definitely would say it has its issues as we get towards the end and as we get to see the awakening. Is it starts to make you think, well, halfway through this comic book, he could have been avenged. He could have come back to the light, but he doesn't. And that's why I have to mark this comic book down as a solid 5 out of 10. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next comic book review. Until then, goodbye and stay beautiful, you gorgeous people.